Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 5. I'm Yoki Julianda and my partner Wingsi, walandani and Hazril, ranzika. In the first section, we will discuss about spoken language. Okay, before that, what is the spoken language? Okay, according to Brown 2002, spoken language is an interactive process of construction meaning that involves producing, receiving, and processing information. Okay, from this explanation, we can conclude that the spoken language is construction meaning, producing, receiving, and processing information. Okay, producing is from speaker and receiving to listener or audience. Okay, the next section is about the types of speech. There are 9 types of speech. The first one is telephone cell. For example, telephone cell, if you want to communicate with other people that far from you, you use the telephone. And the second one is service and cultures. It's like shops, online shops, ticket office, and so on. And the third is interviews. Interviews is if you wanna find a job, you will interviews. And the fourth is classroom. Classroom is like an interaction with the teachers and students. And the fifth is about rituals. It's like when you pray, wedding, and so on. And the sixth is monologue. Monologue is the speech from the someone. For example, if you speeches, stories, jokes, and so on. And the seventh is about language in actions. It's like when you do an action, you will do a speech. It's like, for example, talk, doing something, fixing, cooking, and another. And the eighth is about casual conversations. It's like when you meet your friends, your intimate strangers in the street, you will talk with them. And the types of speech is about organizing and directing people. It's when you at home, walk on the street, and so on. You will do the speech or talk with other people. Okay, the next section we will discuss about agency pairs. Agency pairs is relation between act and that conversation contains frequently occurring patterns. Or we can say that agency pairs is relation between act and that conversation contains. And the alterance from speaker to listener and make an expectation from speaker to listener. Okay, there is a alterance response is from the speaker need to expected answer. If there a question, so the expected answer is answer. If the alterance response is an over, so expected answer is an acceptance. And if the alterance response an invitations, so expected answer is an acceptance too. And the fourth, if the alternate response is a statement, so expected answer is an agreement. And the next, and proposals, the expected answer is an agreement too. And a greeting, it same need an greeting. And the last one is a complaint, need an apology. Okay, the last discussion about exchange is still about alternate response and expected answer. I want to give an example in one conversation but different situation. There are in classroom situation and the real conversations. For example, in classroom conversations, it have the 3 teachers, Yayu as a student and Peter as a student. In a classroom, the teacher asks to Yayu. Now Yayu, you ask Peter, and then Yayu say that, what did you do at the weekend? As follow-up moves. So the Peter answered that, I went to Selamat. The teacher say that, good. Now Peter, you ask Nina. It is the one situation, but in the second situation is the real situation. That is without a teacher. Yayu asked the Peter, what did you do at the weekend, Pete? So the Peter answered, I went to Samaki. And then the Yayu say that, oh really? What did you do too? And so on. And the difference between the first conversation and the second conversation is, the first conversation is named the third person. He is a teacher. But in the real situation is without the third person. Just two person, Yayu and Peter. And I think that's all for me. And the next session will explained by my friend is Wingsi. Thank you.
Okay, next I will explain about exchange atau pertukaran percakapan. Exchange juga dapat diartikan sebagai proses penggabungan percakapan dengan seseorang yang dikenal sebagai mitra pertukaran bahasa Anda. For example, if you in the classroom, teacher can say, "No, Yayu, you ask Peter." Yayu answer, "What did you do at the weekend?" as follow-up move. Peter say, "I went to some lucky." Teachers answer, "Good. Now Peter, you ask Nino." It is worth looking at some common follow. And in the real conversation, Yayu can say, "What did you do at the weekend, Pete?" And Peter can say, "I went to some lucky." Yayu also can answer, "Oh really? What did you do? What did you do there?" or etc. And if emergency first requires initiation and response, will in exchange part in requires follow-up move. It is worth looking at some common follow-up move in eliciting exchange in everyday talk. Jadi, jika pada pasangan kedekatan membutuhkan inisiasi dan respon, sedangkan pada bagian pertukaran membutuhkan gerakan lanjutan. Sebaiknya melihat beberapa langkah tindak lanjut yang umum yang dapat memacu percakapan sehari-hari. Okay, next about turn taking. Turn taking is analisis percakapan yang juga menguji exams how people take and manage turn in spoken interaction. The basic rules in English conversation is that one person speak at a time, that he may nominate another speaker, or another speaker may take up their turn without being nominated. Turn taking in conversation, yang pertama itu ada transition relevance place or TRP, yaitu tempat relevasi transisi. The second is an interruption atau gangguan. Contohnya, if some people say, "Yes, tell me what it is you want," and some people answer, My first of all request the introduction please. And yang ketiga itu ada an overlap atau tumpang tindih. Contohnya, but no more, yeah. And some people answer what happened to them. Okay, next I will explain about transaction, yaitu transaksi. Manage the longer stretches of talk, atau kelola rentang pembicaraan yang lebih panjang. Untuk boundary makers marking out openings and closing in conversation, yaitu untuk pembuat batas menandai pembukaan dan penutupan. Contohnya right, no, so, and okay. In conversation, can example is hello, what's news? Anyway, I must go.
Okay, next I will talk about topic. So what is this topic? Topik adalah suatu pembicaraan yang dibatasi oleh suatu hal dan penanda transaksi tertentu. Selain itu, topik juga bisa dibilang suatu pidato dalam sebuah acara dan alasan yang ingin dibicarakan. Topik juga memiliki beberapa fitur interaktif, di antaranya ada opening. Opening dalam bahasa Indonesianya adalah pembukaan. Jadi, contoh pembukaannya adalah, by the way, incidentally, I meant to ask you, talking of ... Selanjutnya ada closing, yaitu penutup. Contohnya ada still, anyway, so there we are. Dan selanjutnya ada summarizing, yaitu kesimpulan dari topik tersebut. Contohnya ada sound of fool, it was a richer unsettling, quite strange, dan really. Selain itu, topik juga memiliki beberapa macam. Di antaranya ada stories. Stories adalah suatu peristiwa khayalan atau kisah asli dari orang-orang untuk diceritakan sebagai hiburan semata. Yang kedua ada anekdot. Anekdot adalah suatu cerita pendek yang lucu atau menarik tentang kejadian seseorang. Dan yang ketiga, ada joke. Joke adalah hal yang dikatakan oleh seseorang untuk menimbulkan geli dan rasa tawa. Baiklah, dari penjelasan di atas, kita bisa mengambil kesimpulan bahwa spoken discourse berguna untuk guru bahasa dan penulis materi yang ingin membuat program keterampilan berbicara yang sistematis dan yang tujuannya adalah untuk merancang kegiatan yang akan menghasilkan keluaran sedekat mungkin dengan pembicaraan yang terjadi secara alami. Baiklah, sekian dari presentasi dari kelompok 5 tentang spoken discourse. Mohon maaf apabila ada kesalahan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.